But since not everybody's here, I can't see who's all gonna win.
Closer?
I mean, yeah, we are playing. Oh wait, a game in the game. Okay.
Dumbass.
Yes, we were playing something similar to Risk.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's no good. Oh, can't latch my box anymore.
I'm immature.
I cannot latch it shut anymore. Wait, hold on.
You slut.
Oh, no, I kind of can. Not really, though. Because Because it turns out this latching... This is solid wood, this is solid wood, this is solid metal. Latching mechanism itself, plastic. Alright, so everybody's on their way. And, yeah. Of all the things to make plastic, like the actual... Yeah, like, I would have been okay with part of the box being plastic, the thing that's like the actual bracket, the actual lock itself, but no, the little latch itself, plastic. Everything else is metal. The latch is plastic, so it just broke. So I can't latch this box in, but that's fine, because I just put dice in it. It's got felt, and it's got elephants and gazebos and stuff on it, and it's fancy. Okay,
That's quite a list of things to have on a box.
It's a fancy fucking box.
And gazebos.
It's got an elephant, and there's a guy on the elephant. And it's got a gazebo there, and there's a guy in the gazebo, and there's a guy bringing him tea. And there's a door in the background. It might be a dead deer that's stuffed in there, and that looks like a pond. And there's a little house in the background.
Okay, so if I
There's
got
some
this
ducks.
right, there's a guy in a gazebo, on an elephant, on a deer, on a house.
No. There's a guy in the gazebo that's off to the side, and there's just an elephant with a dude on it, and it looks like he's trying to stab. You know what? It's too complex for your normie American brains.
Oh, I'm sorry, not everyone can have a Pakistani box.
Listen, it's not. It's a Bhutanese box at best. It's like Bhutan or South China. China, if you would. All right.
China.
China. I'm gonna miss how he said that. I'm sorry. China. That press conference always gets me, and it's like, why don't you ask China? Why?
He says it almost like he's making fun of the word itself. It's almost like he's air quoting the word China.
I mean, to be fair, it does sound like a made-up word.
But remember, there's two Chinas. There's the China that we know, and then there's the Republic of China. I wonder which one's the real China.
Anyway, before
The
we
one
get
that's
too
not
off track,
shitty and
we're
You're
already-
dying! Yes, I gave everybody time to get here. I didn't feel safe doing it with 3. Nobody won the first day of games. Now let's see dice rolls to see if anybody turns on Timblor, who's mostly been sleeping and playing games. 4.
Does that mean 4 people do?
4 people.
Does that mean they're supposed to roll?
No, that's fine. Let's see. Does Timblor put on clothes? No. Shit.
I thought she was
Oh,
already
yes, they
wearing
do.
clothes.
Well, she was, but she's topless because the dice like topless. So, okay, so first it was chickens, then it's snakes, now it's toplessness. I'm just getting a weird pattern with these dice. Like,
Don't question it, or they'll punish
There
you.
will be no complaining.
I've questioned the dice before. That entire party died.
I don't question it, it's just, I feel like it's trying to, like, send me a message about a very specific thing that it wants. It wants a topless... does it want a topless basilisk with big titties?
No, it wants a topless basilisk with a big cock, obviously.
But a topless basilisk would be a big cock. Anyway.
Hey, look over here.
Sure.
Ha, now you're hard.
God. Judd!
I'm sorry I'm so late.
No, you're not. It's okay.
I got stuck cleaning at work.
Ooh, you had to
It's all good,
clean
man.
because the coof. All right.
Because of dirty oil pit.
Yeah, the coof.
That's really close. Now boost ice!
What?
Shut up. Just
Add
shut up.
spice to it, I don't know! Grind up
Are you
some
feeling?
red peppers into a fine mist.
What is she trying to make, you retard?
She's trying to make a curry, like her own curry sauce. Seasoning stuff?
Add
Then
turmeric,
grind up some. Add some turmeric.
No!
peanut
Turmeric,
sauce.
thyme, paprika, a little bit of red pepper. There.
No, she got this.
You know what? Never mind. It's not like I cook it. It's not like I make it from lentils or anything.
The flavor. She's doing her own thing. The flavors are coming around from like left field back to center, then right off the foul line.
I really
so
hope
you're
they're not
moving. Shut up!
Okay. Just gonna leave that there.
You're
Damn right you're gonna leave that
Major.
there. On the road again. 6 more hours. Because unlike puny, pathetic horses, these things don't have to sleep. I mean, they do. They have an extended sleep cycle, or an extended awake
They
and
don't,
sleep
they
cycle.
don't care as much.
They're very low energy.
Hmm.
6 hours on the road again. Everybody's assumingly off camera taking care of their personal business and not just sitting in their own feces.
Correct.
Well, yeah. It's an auto script.
Yeah, it actually could be considered an auto script.
It's like
Not
when
like
Blaine
art.
walks
Priorities
into his bathroom.
change.
Not like Ark style where you're just walking around and just a ball of shit just pops up behind your feet. Nothing like that.
No, not like that.
If you've played Ark, you'll know what I mean. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, look.
I need to
I
forward
got it in the hole. Barely,
because
because it's too big, but I got it in there.
Dude.
Okay, it's a very tight fit.
Hallelujah.
Alright. Are you the first party there? Let's find out. Oh! You're actually the third.
Third place, yeah.
Your love and I threw it away because shut the fuck up, I don't love you. Alright. Ow, my finger. Fuck! Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see who got there before you. So.
Oh.
Harlow got there. And. Harlow and Alsden. Ah, I see. Alsden is the gentleman with whips. And Carlo. Ah, shit. Fuck. Just break the plastic off the rest of the way and say, fuck it, like I did my door.
You must have broke your door all the way.
No, it's the door to my little aquarium thing that I have. Basically, it's my computer stand. It used to be a full door, then it split in two, and then I threw one half out. I used to play with the other one, and I just said, fuck it, and ripped it off the hinges and threw it out too.
Uh,
Yeah. So termites or something could have a full meal, or I don't know, something altruistic. Their parties are there. Oh look, Aurora's with Alston's party. Keep running into his daughter, and it's concerning me what the dice are planning then. See, I learn what they're planning when you do, so it's just as surprising for me. It's quite exciting when we both find out somebody just died.
You turn the corner and there's a body here. Oh. Oh dear.
They did die.
Oh, how about that?
Well, how about that?
You see your
Alright.
guide for this level 80 dungeon go around the corner, and when you turn the corner, they're gone. Oh no.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of I can see Mom doing that. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Just as he gets further into the dungeon. Ooh, piece. Ah! I'm in a box! Bob is very vocal, so he probably would be the best because if something happens, he's the most likely to immediately give a play-by-play off in the distance as he screams aloud what exactly is currently happening.
Yes, that would be very informative.
I fell.
Stab! They're stabbing me! I can't see them, but they're at least 2 feet tall!
Like, I'm falling! Oh, there's my
Ah,
telephone.
There are goblins.
Use flashlights! Save yourselves! By save yourselves, I mean save me.
Yeah, I could see Mons being that way.
Mons, just...
Oh no. Mons trapped in a tiny ass box.
Alright, so I have many questions. First off, how the fuck? Secondly, where's my goddamn painting? Denying him the chance to paint is like trying to hold sex from a nympho. It pisses him off. It's also comical until people start getting killed. Horny dangerous. Do.
Very dangerous.
There's not apparently any monsters alive because the other 2 parties have killed them. The only thing that is there is the not so menacing ambush spider creature that's just not really doing anything. It has some level of intelligence that it knows when it's not being sneaky, because it looks like one of the many members of the little parties is just crouched down in front of it, waiting very patiently with what looks like some sort of spear with 2 barrels on the underside of it.
And so the spider is just going, nope, nope.
It's actually
found out.
actually in this war they're called clamshell ants.
Oh yeah, you were
No, they're called
describing this
clamps.
before.
Plants, if you would. Your thing broke, by the way. They have very shiny heads that look like gemstones that make people monkey for them.
No, it got disconnected.
Oh. Leave it disconnected.
No. Must be this long to hear.
I don't know why, but that statement just induced almost. I don't know why.
I don't speak
Are you
bottom.
confused?
You're gonna have to use your words.
I words don't
It's okay.
work right now.
Is it
Words.
fixed?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, let's see.
Must have got pulled loose when I fell over.
Stop.
Why did you fall though?
Damn it! They fell because their hips are too wide.
I fell laughing, thinking about a mob trapped in a box, just screaming what's happening.
No, he doesn't need the narrator. He is oh my god, he's the narrator.
No, he's not.
Robots can contain me like this.
Just narrates his life. That's the mod he
Call
has applied to
me.
himself.
At first, I woke up and wondered, why do I have an erection when I very clearly just got awoken from a blood orgy of some kind in my dreams? This concerns me, but also intrigues me. I shall ask Sin, who is staring at me awkwardly, possibly very perturbed with the fact that I'm currently near day 3. I still do not have the hold of my tongue back. Turns
Is
out
he
ice takes a
more?
while to fall.
Oh, if he got a snoot, I can see Sin rubber banding it. Just shut.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
He does have a sort of. I mean, he doesn't have like a lizard's face. It's still a human face, but he does have like a slightly strong jowls that you would see like the shape of an inhuman creature.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah, no, bad boss savaging. Stop.
Yeah, those words. All right, Box. I need you to go over here for a minute while I do a thing. Stay. Ugh. Your osmium guide has gone ahead and started to talk to the other instructors who are waiting to go into the dungeon.
Well, let's gear up. Packs and stuff.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
Well, with any luck, that's how we'll be leaving. Preferably with one of you not on one of those stacks.
Beatrice is going to dress up in her armor and and let's see what else.
Hey, Austin. Hi. You seen Rachel? Rachel should be getting back. Your cousin. Rachel, that's my cousin, yeah. Keep the children away, the wild beasts are hungry.
I don't like how that was plural.
Rachel was on the team. That is so. Ah, yes. Carlo is a lady. Ooh, nice. Very swanky. He has a hood on. They have a hood, but they don't have any. They don't have. Well, yeah, no, they don't have any sleeves on their hoodie. So it kind of defeats the purpose of bundling up. It's clearly for fashion. They have what looks like some sort of kind of scar on their left side of their face. It crosses over their eye, and it kind of starts above their forehead, comes down, and sort of bends back on itself as if it looks like something tried to hook or pull. But it hasn't stopped them from having a very pretty face. Or maybe that's because adventurers are very vain creatures and they probably use their experiences to find some way to fix their looks.
Some horror magic.
Yes, horror magic, if you would. They have bronzed skin. Not bronze. What's this color? It's kind of like caramel.
Sounds pretty. So, Beatrice, having dressed in her armor and swapped her fancy no doubt super expensive shirt from Selena Sura for one of her simple strap type ones because she doesn't want the nice gift getting ruined. She's going to follow Kevin over to the other, or at least I assume he was heading that direction.
Theon would equip his armor and he'd pull out his bow and select one of his normal arrows just so that he's ready for whenever everything hits off. But he's not gonna knock it just yet or anything. He's gonna walk with the group.
Make sure you all add the temporary party member of Timblor.
Yes, I can do that.
And it is worth note, Kevin has not equipped his lance, so you see him wearing that bone stag. Not quite a cuirass. It's a chest plate.
Breastplate.
Yeah,
Opposed to
Beatrice
belt
hasn't
breast.
pulled her weapons out because she doesn't expect to fight immediately, but she does want to be ready just in case. That's why she switched to her armor.
I miss Rachel. I know, I was then you do. Ah, yes. Kevin, you feel slightly safe. I mean, because they're your temporary party member, you can see that Timblor has a level of 653.
Oh,
Yes. You also see that they have a unique. You notice it because when you see that their class, upon inspection, and everyone can see that, it says class. It says class type, unique, variant of, unknown, class name, trimmer dancer.
I imagine that is some sort of maid.
I say earthquakes.
All magic skills and all physical combat skills really all come from magic because they alter one's abilities. It all comes from the torrent, which isn't inherently magical. It's basically energy anybody can tap into. It just happens to be so aggressively tapped into by mages because zap. Alston, the gentleman on one side of you, the man with the whips, who seems to be in the same party as Aurora, is level 301. And Carlo, the lady wearing a hoodie and what looks like very neatly cut, just almost perfectly cut directly at the top of the knee kind of pants that are now essentially shorts slash jorts, if you would. Carlo, they seem to be level 277. I also realize that their parties are full of slightly higher level members than yours, the lowest level belonging possibly to whomever the shy gentleman in Carlo's party is. He's level 16. You realize that Aurora, being a silver rank, is level 43.
Ah,
getting after it.
They've also been here for a year.
That too.
I think they're 8 months, but who's counting?
Me, damn it!
Theon's gonna kind of look at his level 4.
Yeah.
and Beatrice is gonna notice this. She's gonna reach over and pat him.
Oh. Timblor will reach in their pocket. Right. They have a small ring. Midget, come over here.
That might be you.
They are the physically smallest person here, mind you. Timblor's only 5'5".
Theon's gonna walk over to them. Hey,
Put out your hand.
he's gonna hold out his hand.
Transfer ownership of this enchanted item to, say your name,
Beyond.
full name, dipshit,
What is Jania's last name?
Lanaya.
Beyond Yasane Lanaya.
Okay. You have a small, warm tingly in your palm that you have been gifted an enchanted ring.
Oh.
Put it on.
Beyond will indeed put it on.
Ah, yes. Good. Good. It's nothing malicious. It's a gift. Let it consume you, child. Yes. No, but seriously, Timber's looking out because you're such a weak doublet. They've given you an enchanted ring that lets you know that it is a ring of it's basically a ring of communal. Like it's actually the wording is a ring of communal experience gain. So you will gain 10% of the experience party members gain in addition to your own. However, you cannot use it past level 15.
Fair enough.
That's
So what is
a
it gonna?
good thing. You can get
Yeah.
extra experience to catch up.
Yes. Is it gonna break or something, or is it just gonna stop working once I hit level 15?
No, it'll just lock you out of the effects at level 15.
Okay.
It becomes.
As for everyone else, I have one. Yes, Timblor, with enough experience, connections, and money. These fucking osmiums basically cheat the world. Alright. Next midget.
Since Beatrice is right there, she's going to step forward.
They will repeat the same process, just kind of push it into your palm. I transfer ownership of this enchanted item over to
Beatrice on here.
and yeah. Oh, my turn. Bonnie apparently blanked for a second because she's kind of currently thinking about something. Poor girl. That's the curse of a living world. Sometimes they'll just kind of wander off in thought. Again, I've been standing by somebody while we're doing something, just like, "Hey, sorry, I was thinking of something." What? Philosophical dilemmas?
Like, to be honest, I have no fucking clue what I was just thinking.
Ownership of this.
I'm back from putting
One
the
here,
towel in the bathroom.
okay. Full name? Bonhyun Ilvamar Epera Warface.
In the teeth.
Last midget. The last midget is Naibai.
Naibai wakes up from drooling
Kevin
just
trying to
in
make
time
right with
to
his tail.
look around and see what's going on. Huh? What?
Timberler's holding up the last of some enchanted rings she had.
Naibai
Final
will,
midget, please.
Naibai will come over and inspect the ring.
Can inspect it because it's not yours.
But they're holding up a ring.
Yes, they're holding it up, but
Yes.
further inspection of the ring is blocked out, other than the visual inspection of it being what looks like a very unassuming silver-colored ring with little bluish gemstones in it.
It's very pretty.
Put out your hand, the one that's physically attached to you.
They will do so.
They'll put it in your hand, and they'll press it down in your palm with a finger and say, Transfer ownership of this enchanted item over to. Say your name.
Bye.
Full name.
Bye.
Oh, I guess it did work.
that
Enchanted
is
item.
their full name. It literally just means cream colored.
Now, you have been given a ring of communal experience sharing. 10% of gained experience from your party members will also go to you.
Cool.
So essentially,
will
technically, you all
smile up at them, I guess.
Those are expensive
How,
rings.
how tall is Naibai?
5'6".
They're 1 inch taller
Yeah.
than Templar. Oh, counting the hair.
They are exactly average.
Naibai is 1 inch taller than Temblor, and Beatrice is 2 inches taller than Temblor.
Beatrice?
What's that?
How tall is Beatrice?
5'7".
I'm ashamed that you couldn't do that math, knowing that Templar is 5'5". I want to hear your excuse for this. I want to hear your excuse for the wooden mallet comes out. Wait, hold on. That's the bonking stick.
That's it. Getting me mallet.
Yes, I have a wooden mallet. And a ceramic strike plate that gave me a twisted idea. I now know what one of the Osmium's magic is.
Ceramic bending?
Deafening
Don't be
strikes
stupid.
for everybody in the call.
Okay, okay, the concept of controlling ceramic shards is a terrifying fucking concept.
You're right. I'm just... Well, fuck it. Yeah, somebody figured that out early.
I mean,
I'm actually proud of you for
ceramic-
figuring that out quickly.
Ceramics aren't exactly a difficult thing to figure out physically. And as soon as you know that, oh hey, that's a thing I can do, just suddenly you can do it with magic.
Just imagine that. You go to attack this person as a group of low-level douchey bandits, and the first guy closest just kind of starts bleeding and just kind of turns into bone. The meat just sloughs off of his body. It's like, what? Just a slight haze around the person you're trying to attack.
They are Gaara from Warframe. I mean Naruto, fuck.
I mean, they basically...
That was a good one.
They basically bit off the entirety of Gaara from Naruto for that Warframe. And are like, it's totally original! Nobody's ever seen somebody take glass and use it as a weapon. It's made from the same thing!
It's not. It's glass. It's not sand, guys.
I mean, it's canon that the sand that Gaara controls is technically quartz silica sand from Arabia.
Well, it
areas,
has to be clear.
That's not the Gaara from Warframe, the Gaara from Naruto.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, so
Yeah, his
the
sand
sand
isn't
I
supposed
mean,
to be
the first
yellow.
sand-
It's supposed to be clear, but you can't draw clear.
well,
It
you
wouldn't
couldn't in like
be clear. It'd be
2004.
kind of, refraction being what it was, it would still have a color. It'd probably be closer to silver.
It'd be a translucent yellowish silver color.
Yeah, which is exactly how they drew it. They just forgot the translucent part.
Listen, all right, they were focused on drawing Hinata's tits in the future.
They were focused on drawing Lee being a badass for that entire fight.
Well, yeah,
Right?
he drank sake and went toe to toe with Kibimaru. I mean, come on, that's fucking hilarious. It's his magical potion. It's fucking sake. Don't try to PG it up all you want.
It looked like it was some strong stuff.
Well, no, he's canonically a lightweight bitch, just like Guy,
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah.
is.
and just like Guy's dad.
Are we
That's
sure
just
that
unfortunate.
guy is not Lee's dad?
We're certain
Yeah.
that he's not.
It's just a way that they dress.
And the eyebrows.
You got bushy brow and then super bushy brow.
Oh my
Kijimayu.
brows. Ah, I hate it. Okay, you enter the dungeon.
Shut.
Yes, enter the.
You all enter the dungeon. And all right, where's some darkest dungeon quotes that are totally copyright safe?
Enter the dungeon.
It's made in Unity. What are you gonna do? Sue me?
You're gonna go to Unity.
You just hear a knock on the door. A stock Unity model just holds up some paperwork. God damn it.
The fucking default character.
All right. Well, let's see. The dungeon.
We.
Almost immediately. Why did that prompt a we? Why did stepping into a dungeon? We. What is this, Mario? I'm sorry. I know we're like all over the place. That caught me off guard.
Great! Now you're both laughing like a bunch of tards.
You've just made every turtlekin in the dungeon very nervous.
Anyways, it's about what you'd expect. Well, that's tricky. You go in here expecting it to be fairly straightforward, because it was like a little hill that you stepped into with like a little. I say little, like a fucking 70-foot stone door that was just kind of wide open.
Oh, jeez.
And you went down 318 steps. Fuck your thighs.
Ew.
Well, you went down 318 steps. Timblor casually just rode a chunk of rock down like it was just a surfboard.
Naibai, being Bunny, just kind of bounds down the steps.
Yeah, that's kind of what Beatrice does. Is she just kind of trots her way down.
Just
Got them
Having
skipping 5
quiet
to 8
legs
steps
walks
every
like a
time.
normal person.
Kevin being
Once you
normal.
do, once you
He got
do
legs.
get
He's
down
gonna
here,
take stairs
though,
like he's never been able to.
immediately you can kind of notice. I see. This is some sort of safe area. Mostly because once you all get down here, you see the words respite pop up in the corner of your vision. Just kind of sit there with the sort of a little symbol of a hearth. Like a little fireplace.
Naibai will
Beatrice is
squint.
reassured by this.
Naibai is going to look back at the stairs. Were those trapped?
Oh,
Oh,
Like it.
Timber, you can take the hit. Would you show them? And she'll just walk over and put her foot on one of the steps and just kind of immediately. It's a very bright, blinding, magical explosion. Yes, it shaves a whole 50,000 health off of her.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, she's fine. All right, you
That's
don't know
a
how
lot
much
for
health
us,
she has.
not them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, 653. She's fine. She has 375,474 health.
That's a lot of damage.
The dungeons are designed to prevent you from coming in here and getting a abuse of a clear quest that sometimes pops up in rotation for people, where they just come here, clear the first little area up there, enter the dungeon, clear, return to the respite, and run. You have to clear an entire floor before you're allowed to leave. The magic that sits upon the dungeons is something that we don't fully understand. Even most of us osmiums don't. It's old magic that really only the mage lords know of. And it's been here since before most of the kingdoms had enough common sense to stop killing each other over something as petty as a crop of land that has one flower on it.
You don't think that dungeons itself is alive and learning, do you?
Probably not as many times as we've been down here.
I have to ask
Red
my
Mice,
mom about it. She's becoming a mage lord.
she'd have to be privy to the information. It's a complex ending. Mage lords, there's 106 of them. It's 106 people to spread out through the entire world and keep it safe from things that like to live in places like this. But this is the Red Miser's man, so we fine. Mostly. Check everything twice.
Ouch.
That's what these respites are for. There's a respite at the beginning of every single floor.
Oh, that's reassuring.
It's reassuring, but sometimes the floor won't always be easy to clear. I've had a floor that's 3 rooms, and Alston over there was unlucky once. 38 rooms of my life wasted to find the 18th floor. 38 rooms. The 18th floor had 13. How do you go from 38 to 13 between 17 and 18? Who creates the math?
A cruel god.
I just imagine all these pre-built rooms getting slid around like a big flat puzzle.
Actually, full disclosure, since it's meta knowledge that won't affect you in game, because the whole world is a game world, it's a roguelite. Every time you step into a roguelike, every time you step into a dungeon, it's randomly generated with its room's orientation, location, and encounters.
I figured that was kind of the case.
Yeah, but I figured it was gonna be like that, but I find it more entertaining to think of just like these skeletons.
Now, if
begrudgingly
it's any
moving
consolation,
rooms.
there's more than this dungeon. There's like you can go
I guess
170, 140, so over 100 of them, and there are some that, if you were to look at them from the outside, somehow, because dungeons, usually are underground in some facet or inside something that you can't see in from. There's technically one that is essentially like Tartarus in its orientation that shifts and moves at the will of its owner.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh, we'll just set up a meter cube of dirt on a sticky
won't
piston and
help.
we'll crouch and we'll push the block into our face.
Glowstone.
Stop.
Glowstone.
Okay. Oh, all
You're
right.
not saying hard magic to me. I wasn't there when it was revealed.
Yes, I'm aware. That's why I said dirt.
Dirt.
You
All right.
It's a pilot.
And everybody's done setting up, regardless of if they want to be or not, and now you get to watch the totally 100% accurate and the battle tested expert method of choosing which party goes down which. Shit! I'm going left.
Rochambeau.
I win. This way. I win. Temblor won the rights to go down because fist beats paper.
Not rock. Notice how you said fist.
Yes. You're going down the middle path with Temblor. Alston lost to the final round, has to go down the right path. But he only lost 1 health. That's how scary strong they are. They can control exactly how much damage they do.
Wait, did you just punch him in the head?
He punched him directly in the Adam's apple.
God!
And not like full crushing punch, just enough for the knuckle to dink, bounce off of it like a graze and stop.
The kind that makes you cough.
Himmler's just walking into the darkness regardless of your following.
I'm
Well,
following.
Beatrice is following carefully.
Leon is following.
Kevin's taking. Well, okay. Who? So we're just following Timblor. Who's what's like the ordering here? I don't know how the air is set up.
Constantly changing mob.
No, just
But
whoever's walking then.
how wide is this hallway?
Yes.
This hallway is about 12 feet wide.
Yes. Let's all walk side by side and set off the traps most efficiently.
Alright, this hallway is 35 foot wide. Everyone hold hands.
I mean, you could alternatively just pay very close attention.
Theon is going to go ahead and knock an arrow, and he's going to watch his steps.
Bonnie is the only one who picked up on it. So good for you, Bonnie.
Naibai is going to watch Timblor's steps and try to step where they step.
Ah, good.
And so is Beatrice. I was going to mention that people are poking me. Like, what do you want, people?
Yeah, so the two of you have made the right decision. Because Timblor's not walking in a straight line. They're very carefully just... They have enough practice and reflexes, they can do it perfectly in their stride. But if you looking very carefully, you see that their feet never place in line with their previous position. It's never a foot going left at 45 and left at 45. It's always left at 45, left at 30, and right at 13, and right at like 20 degrees. It's always shifting as they walk. But
Kevin
Bonnie
is also
was doing
keeping his
it.
tail held off the ground, just kind of hovering a little bit. Doesn't want to risk his butt setting off a trap.
It would be a shame to die to a trap in level 1.
Any consolation, dungeon won't kill you on the first floor with traps. Traps will never do more than 25% of your health. From floors 1 to 9. Floors 10 to 18 will remove 50% of your health. Floors 19 to 33 will remove 75% of your health. And any floor below 34 is fair game on traps.
Good to know. Still doesn't sound like a fun time.
Nope.
It is not.
Don't worry about getting tired, by the way. That's a saving, cruel thing, rarely, from these dungeons. You don't get sleepy, you just get stressed. And when I was in here, 18, 19 years ago, and I was around your levels, panicking.
Well,
I'll
so
try not to
far,
panic.
it's not any worse than getting shelled.
Yep. Alright. It is worth noting, just throwing this out there. You don't assume that all dungeons will be like this one, how there's actually, actual rooms like what you're coming up on that you'll transition into, deal with something, and move on. Just obviously, that would be kind of just a rookie mistake, is assuming that the dungeons can't have each floor and rooms be open areas.
I assume they could be all kinds of different things.
This one just happens to be oriented. It kind of feels like you're walking around in catacombs right now.
Ooh.
I could totally see a dungeon floor being just an entire underground open desert with a simulated sun beating down, and as soon as you walk in, every single mob in the area locks onto you.
You are shockingly accurate to how some dungeons can be.
Haha.
There's a reason that the dungeons are so difficult to clear, and they're old. They have been around since before civilization has ever realized how to open them.
How does one open a dungeon that's not been opened before?
Well, you don't. It opens on its own when it's time. Unless you're a
Oh.
legendary hero and you have a key. That's a whole thing on its own. Timbler will stop once they reach what looks like a door at the end of this hall that smells of sort of a thick, like coppery scent and like a dingy, stagnant air.
Kevin's tongue flickery has reached a all-time low. I know what this is, and I don't like it.
This is the first room. Hopefully, we won't have to clear too many of these before we find the floor boss. But, and Timbler will gracefully do a little pirouette out of the way, a little spin on their heel, and gesture to the large black iron door for somebody to push open.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to potentially take a trapped door to the face?
Does the
That does
door
not sound fun.
does the door have a handle? Does it look locked? Just push it.
It has a handle, but that handle comes in the form of a very large metal loop that looks like it's been peened forcefully into the slot. That is a protruding ball joint from the door.
So it's a pole door?
It's a pull door or push door. You don't know. You haven't touched it, and you definitely can't see the hinges considering they're inside the wall.
Well, Beatrice, anticipating creatures on the other side, is going to pull her daggers out of her inventory, specifically the Kaiken and the Big Ken,
The Kins.
because she doesn't want to use that ritual one until she knows more about it.
Good idea. Well, Kevin will kind of, you know what? I'll open the door.
It sounds like a good idea. Be careful.
So he steps forward, grabs the door with a mighty grab, and opens it.
Ah, yes. I like the
Buffering.
paranoia already. I just like the paranoia already. I was wanting to let it sink in there. Like, I was wanting to see if anybody was going to start panicking. Paranoia is good, though. You get a little bit of a nip from the door handle because it had a couple of burrs on it. It wasn't very well
It
No,
was
thought out.
rough finished. You bitch.
Yeah, a little scratch on your palm. Nothing too bad, just 300 damage.
Ah. It must have had oil or something on it, so it stings a little.
That's something stingy and sticky on it.
Am I gonna die?
No, you'd notice an affliction immediately. What?
Is there anything else we should look after besides the obvious creatures, monsters, traps, and other things that could do us ill will.
Yes, anything
Buddy?
that's not obvious.
Beatrice likes to
Probably should keep an eye open for poisons and pinched things and immobilization traps and
I should
you know.
really tell you all the things to look out for, but I ought to not because you have to learn.
Pain is how we learn. This is a fact.
You'll never get out of the cozy position of gold unless you take risk.
This is true. Can confirm.
The heavy metal door has been slowly creaking open.
Nabai is going to equip a javelin. They were gonna use it to, like, open the door anyways, but somebody else went ahead and did it for them.
Yeah, take it. Turn it on, god damn it. Let's get in this first fucking room.
The first room is dark for now.
It's
But-
me!
Once, Bonnie taking the initiative to step a foot inside, very ominously kind of has the torches on the walls light up.
Beatrice is going to very quietly and carefully peek around to see if there's anything in there waiting to attack them.
There's a lot of uncomfy alcoves off to the sides that the lights from the torches don't go into. And that's where you can hear sort of like a rattling noise.
Oh, cool. It gets worse.
And then Timblor just, oh, a classic first monster.
Fiona is gonna take
Oh,
a step and
Look at that. A skeleton. Oh, another skeleton. Oh.
Are you getting the picture here? It's another skeleton all over again.
And here I am with a thin,
Skeletons
sharp
attack in
thing.
mass.
The exact opposite of what you want to use against a skeleton.
skeleton.
It's just stab. Okay, first of all, fuck you.
Secondly, I've got holes in me ribs. All right.
Find out how good of a shot Fiona is.
Yes, because it's skeletons. Shoot it with my bow.
Just whip an arrow right into their eye socket and they just stare
If it's
at you.
any consolation, they do have some meat on them. Nice bloody mass.
Oh, great.
Ooh.
They're technically undead of some kind. Well, they're technically Draugr.
Oh, okay, Drauggr's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a type of
Side
reanimated.
note, out of character, side note. My foot fell asleep, so if you hear me making weird noises, it's because my foot's asleep and it's just agony.
Good for you. Good for you, bitch. All right. So there are 4 skeletons.
Sorry.
They are all level 6. Look at that.
Oh, we can handle that. Everybody's gonna switch to their hammer saw.
Bonnie, the only one with a wherewithal. Oh, right. And they'll just kind of chug a potion before anything gets close enough to attack.
Alright, she's got a point. You get the get better sooner, faster potion.
So,
Great,
Well,
great,
one.
great grammar.
noticing
Great
Bonnie's initiative there, Beatrice is going to do the same thing. She'll put her daggers into the same hand, pull out one of her experience potions, and take.
Fiona will also drink a double XP potion.
And do I guess the bottle or whatever she's just gonna put back in her inventory. Then she's going to re-ready herself.
Damn it, Naibai's in the middle of switching weapons. It takes like 2 turns.
Haha.
Oh,
Because you're
are
technically
there,
not in
like,
combat,
loose
you
rocks
can just
around the room?
Are there what?
Like looser stones in the area. Or
I'm
is
not
this a
even
proper room?
It's not really a proper room. It has a hexagonal shape to it. And
the
it's
Draugr?
got very smoothly pressed stones. There's probably some loose ones, but there's not loose stones light all over the floor. There's at least nothing of significance that you can pick up and use as a projectile of some kind.
I wanted to chuck a rock at him. I don't want to use my guns just yet.
No, don't use your guns in an enclosed space. Not without warning
That makes them
everyone.
more efficient!
Not without warning people.
And you're just like,
Well, the fact that I have a gun should be warning enough.
Click is not enough warning.
We should go first. Thank God Bonnie was ready. And you can, since you're not in combat, you can swap without having to wait 2 turns.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a potion, since everybody else is taking a potion now, apparently. For level
People want?
6 skeletons.
They last 18 hours. Get over yourself.
I don't know how long this is gonna take. There could be a spawner in there
guess-
somewhere in the dark.
My guess is between 30 seconds to a minute. Alright. Or the rest of the session, technically. Alright. Bunny's attack first. Bunny takes immediately. Ouch, kabibbles. That still hurts. But it's good for her health in the long run. I've got to have, like, I have a lot of calculators open. And don't you me. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Don't confirm something you're not known about. You're very pretentious.
You don't know if the skeleton has tattoos on him arms?
You don't know me.
What are the Draugr
What?
wearing, by the way?
You're gonna get gonna herpalades if you wear that.
There's nothing salvageable for them for you to wear on them because their fucking clothing and armor is fused to their gunky body.
I was gonna see if they had armor.
It's
or
not
cloth.
Skyrim.
Okay.
So what you're thinking is it's like the Draugr from Skyrim? No.
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 That's what you're thinking. I know you.
No.
Don't lie to me.
You can't pickpocket
no.
their heart.
Briar heart. It's not Forsworn.
Alright, so 64.56. So she's at 64.56 here. So that will give her an additional 444 damage. Okay. Alright, Bonnie got attacked first, but they all 3 focused her, thank God. Got that high stat. Okay, so she's now forced into combat. Beatrice would probably be the second closest person. So we're going off of proximity on that combat. Beatrice would go next.
is Bonnie going now, or do you want Beatrice to jump in?
Bonnie was attacked first. Bonnie's not going to go now because she had a prepared action ready to use, just in case she got aggroed. Go ahead.
So,
Oh, okay. So Beatrice is going to quickly dart in and basically try and stab at one of the Draugr undead things from both sides. You know, from front and back.
When their names are technically skeletons. And you're not, unless you use an attack and movement turn, you're not getting all the way in and around behind them to stab them in the back.
No, she's just going straight there and kind of. I assume since there are 3 on her that they're kind of spread around her slightly.
It's spread around as things that are not afraid to clunk each other in the head can be, yeah.
Okay, well, she's just basically going straight for the one that's right there and trying to basically swing her daggers in from either side.
We'll go ahead and say the one on the leftmost side. Do your rolls.
Okie dokie. I should get a calculator. And let's see.
Oh, well, which is it? Is it a swing or a stab? That's two different damage types.
It's a
Shut
schwab.
up. Just shut up so much right now. I'm sorry, but just no. Don't overcomplicate things, please. It's gonna piss me off.
Alright,
Sorry. But I'm also not
Um,
Does that make a sense?
okay, so her grand total for both attack and all her bonuses and stuff is 302, and one of her daggers applies paralyzing if it affects this kind of creature.
Good. Ow, why do I keep smacking hard objects?
Don't do it.
Mobilized. So paralyzing in this would be this is immediately gonna stack immobilized for all 3 turns. Ouch kabibbles.
So, as an overlevel to such an extent, does there? What is it? What?
Kevin can attack them.
I was going to ask. Is this like potentially within a one-shot range of just like separate head from body kind of a thing?
They're level 6. You usually hit for like 4,000 damage.
I wasn't going to use a gun. I wanted to rip a face off. Well, a head, but point being.
You technically don't have any of the skills that will allow you to automatically execute something of a lower level, so you can't just immediately one-shot like a Blade Lord can.
Or you could just let the newbies do it. They're only level 4 things, and
I was just asking. I just wanted to know.
You had an obscenely high strength stat, you could probably still do it. I mean, when it comes to like ripping heads off, you have to be like Suyoi. You have to have really high strength.
Stop cheating!
Hi.
He's got a high strength stat.
What is considered a high strength stat?
Anything that's like over 500 is considered high.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, because technically the most common that people, it's because the nature of nerds spreading out their skills to min max because they're obsessed with everything, and people don't know how to fucking specialize anything anymore. Most people get like 1,000 in every category. Like, look at me. How come you're stronger in an arm wrestling match? Because I put all of my points into strength. I am the swole. I have 3,906 points. The rest went into charisma, so I wouldn't be a completely useless fucker.
like my Outworlds playthrough. Dangerous retard violently beats people with a wrench.
Bunga bunga stops. All right. Next would be either Kevin or either Tone or either Naibai, because the 3 of you have ranged options.
I mean, Naibai doesn't currently have a ranged option equipped.
Let's sit there and look at something.
Naibai's probably going to
Just
assess
contemplating throwing
how
somebody.
these creatures react to damage before they move in. They understand how a bear is going to react because that's a wild fucking animal, but this is like reanimated dead things.
Good. Well, the one that got stabbed responded with a and swapped its aggro.
Hey!
All
You
right.
hurt me!
So they have weak aggro control. Got it.
Well, in in its defense, Bonnie hadn't done any damage to it. The only one
Very
who did any damage to it was Beatrice, so she immediately peeled.
All right. So let's snipe Fionn and or Kevin.
Kevin is gesturing the thing.
They just spend their turn gesticulating.
Julie, do the thing.
So there are 3 Draugr things by.
You're only able to take a shot at one because one is directly in front of, or two, excuse me. One is directly in front of Bonnie. I'm just putting that out there. Essentially, think of it like this: left one, right one, and then whichever one's in front of Bonnie, having a screaming contest with her.
Yeah, and don't shoot Bonnie; she'll work you like a sock puppet.
Started working like a sock puppet.
Hey.
Fionn is going to shoot the one that will not get, if he misses, will not get him played like a
Yes.
uncooperative
He
puppet.
sucks.
It would be funny. Accidentally shoots with arrow, kills monsters in rage, turns around. I'm gonna beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
Oh no! And he's not going to set it on fire because of how close they are.
Why wouldn't you set it on fire? Now's the perfect opportunity to learn world knowledge.
Because of how close they are to his teammate. He doesn't want to catch
Also-
first
time that
on
Bonnie-
fire.
Angry
Things
DM
like-
Also, you
voices.
don't light zombies on fire.
No, you don't light bears on fire.
Or zombies, because then you just have flaming zombies. They're almost as bad as flaming bears.
Yeah, but see, a zombie is gonna die if you set it on fire. A bear isn't.
Says fucking. It doesn't feel pain.
Anyway, do the thing.
Alright.
Sorry.
Alright, well, you shoosed it. Do your damage rolls, fuck boy. I need your damage rolls, fuck boy.
Okay.
Thank you, fuck boy.
Go on, fuck
It's
bye.
interesting.
Fuck boy. Fuck boy.
Come on, fuck bye.
We might be retarded.
Shut up! Only the DM is allowed to say fuck boy.
I'm not saying fuck bye, I'm saying fuck bye.
You may say Ed boy and nothing more.
Ed boy.
Okay, that's the
That's basically
Hey,
the
that's many
same
doors, Ed
thing.
boy.
Mini doors, Ed boy.
20. What the? 20.
You dare mock the son of a shepherd?
Shaul.
Fucking
That's my horse.
That's
Victor.
my purse.
Oh, like this. That's my horse.
Alright.
Plus 12.
Do.
6.
Siri.
I gotta roll. It's just a D100 for the regular roll, right?
Yes.
184.
Ivy already calculated all the scaling for you. If you don't use all the scaling, it'll be very big and sad and angry.
All in all, for a regular arrow, not on fire, it's 122. Huh?
And a meaty thwack.
A meaty thwack and just the. And then it'll also turn its attention. Bonnie's turn. Bonnie prepared a skill. So I gotta roll for this. Bonnie had prepared a skill. She had a feeling she'd get attacked. She always gets attacked. It's racial discrimination.
Yeah, it's yes. Be what is it? Discriminate the mountain, the child of the mountain.
They're not
Everything is
normal.
Human.
Discriminate the mountain. Build a tunnel through it.
No. Illegal.
Mountain already has a tunnel.
You want to die?
Kevin did not say that out loud. Just we're gonna put that fucking out there.
Yes, the mountain has a tunnel. A very warm, comfy tunnel.
Several tunnels, in fact, but not all of them lead to the other side.
Oh,
He's
Some
got
of them are
the big
dangerous.
one, though. It starts at the mouth and goes all the way through, but you're not gonna survive the trip.
I mean, you
I mean,
can
it
try
depends on how
and
fast you take the trip.
Shut up!
you can try and pick their nose, but you're not gonna get very close to that.
Shut up! So much, all of you.
So it's been a good week. How about you? Okay, so
You're all gonna
102
die.
you said, right?
get back on track.
I can't get on track. We're talking about train tunnels.
Yes!
Shut face.
Alright. And then we add the damage of that skill, and she has 38 strength, and that skill grants an additional 8 damage for every 5-ish? So yes, 5, so 38. 5. So 7.6 plus an additional 7, so 1200 plus 7. And does the skill also trigger a compounding critical? Which we have to roll a d20 for that. Does not. Alright. Bonnie's action is quite quick and swift. She grabs the left one on its head and the right one on its head, and you can literally just see the word omelet pop up over their head as they slam their heads together. And that's 2 Draugr dead.
Just.
Yep, because neither of them had enough health.
Okay.
Yeah, neither of them had enough health left over. One had 3148, one had 3328, and Omelet did 3403.
Goodness. Her skills hit hard.
Mhm.
Again, so did
So do her
Beatrice's
eyes.
when she stacks her effect.
Alright. There's just one left now. It's the one in front of them.
Is it that one's turn?
Ugh, it is that one's turn.
It would be.
That one would like to do a stabe. Ooh, you go and do a stabe, little guy. What's your roll gonna be? You got a decent strength stat, but you're using a dexterity weapon, so it doesn't matter. Put the dice over there. So minus 5. Let me just go ahead and get digital dice here. It'd be slightly easier than moving my giant dice box all the time currently. And see what. It does not critical. Okay, and add its additional 20. Add. Okay. Oh shit! Hold on. 6 minus 5, 8, 2, 8, 6, 3, 7, 0. So if we take 6, 9, 0, minus. What's the difference between that and 'Alright, so she's got 70 health. Ouch. Looking at 5 tree. Oh. Okay, it's a lot of calculators that I needed, but I'm good. It's a lot of math to do, and I'm okay with it though. Okay. Bonnie's down to 6,370 health, but they're fine. They've only lost like 530 health. Beatrice, go!
Okie dokie. So what Beatrice is going to do on this last one is, after seeing that little ability pop up, she's going to remember she's got her own abilities. Let's see. Read through the. God, that's long. So what she's going to do is. Okay, that looks like a bunch of math.
Man.
So I'm going to have her do a another lacerate on this creature. So I'm gonna start using the calculator. Us.
Shoot. Oh, never mind.
Roll 1. Roll 2. Okay, so that does a grand total of 1,076 and inflicts a bleed for 14 turns. And I will start countdown of turns remaining.
Oh, bleed does it.
That's what took out the one enemy so fast. That bleed
What
of
does
hers.
the red miser's keep?
Red
Or
Micer's
red miser's.
There you go.
I did not
Yeah.
realize it was a word still.
Yep.
But this is a red miser's
Alright,
mask.
what damage did you do
Bleed
to it?
does not apply.
The well, that I believe applies to the bosses, but in this case, 1,076, and I'm not sure how much bleed damage happens.
Here's the fun thing about determining how much bleed you do. I just
That's
roll a
your
d20. Yeah, because skills can apply a random number based off damage. Looks like it got 12.
Yeah. Fun times were had by all.
Bleeding. Yeah, yes, kill it. Alright, so
Applies bleeding to a skeleton. Okay.
technically
There is some meat there.
Oh
Meat can
no,
bleed.
my bone marrow is leaking out.
I can imagine her just shearing through a couple of ribs or something.
Oh no, my
what
cartilage.
is concerning is you do cut into it and it does bleed, but it's not blood. It bleeds that gross purplish stuff. Eeh.
Bleeds
Very
corrosion.
slowly.
Medium.
Get out of here,
Goosies.
Ganon.
That's gonna take another 621 in damage. Minus. It has 1,753 health left. So the interesting thing about how bleed works here, bosses are immune to it, and creatures are immune to it in the fact that it will only deal the amount of applied stacks once, and then it stops. It's additional damage, but it's not continuous additional damage.
Ah, interesting.
I see.
Basically, it's like you have an all bleed build. You're doing a little extra damage, but you're pretty much helpless.
So is that
Should've brought
only
your hunting knife.
bleed, or is that all statuses?
Well, in this case, it's bleed and poison.
So it changes.
Groans in DM.
I'm asking legitimate, curious questions here.
It is the exact same as it was last week when you were informed you were going into a dungeon where things in the Red Miser's manse are immune to bleed and poison.
Right, and I remember that. I'm asking if the other dungeons have different things that they are immune to.
Yes, different dungeons will have different special things. Something might
Okay.
be immune to fire in a dungeon, or it might apply that with every attack. It might apply burning with everything.
That's all I
Something
wanted to
might
know.
something might get healed if you try and hit it with damage that applies chilling affliction. Something might literally leech a percentage of the healing you do off for itself. You don't know.
Don't use ice magic on the ice golem. Got it.
Essentially.
I'll cut you with my sword.
Why'd you get it in back? Why is it on your forehead?
Well, Fionn, anytime you want to Fionn, you can Fionn.
Well, Theon is going to set up a normal arrow. He's going. Well, no, he's going to use a normal arrow for this one too.
Gee, do you want to set something on fire?
No, he wasn't gonna. He wasn't. He's not gonna set something on fire because he doesn't want to get his teammates on fire.
See?
That thing he wants is to set Bonnie or
They're not
Beatrice
hugging
on fire.
them.
Hmm?
They're not hugging them, you dipshit. They're within like 4 feet of each other fighting.
Well,
It's not a whoosh of fire. It's
Not
a
everything's
they catch on fire.
not everything's Dragon Ball Z where you've got to be rubbing nipples with your enemy while fighting them.
all right then. Fiona's
If you-
going to use an 8.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Just,
and
I'm
he's
just
going
gonna
to use
tell
it
you
on
right now.
fire.
I'll get back to you on that one. Just roll your dice.
Okay.
This is going to be amusing.
Wait. So
Shut
are
up.
these I was going to ask a question about the mob type.
Yeah.
Are these sentient undead or conjured undead? With just basically do the thing, don't be smart, just do the thing.
You don't know.
Okay.
They're cannon fodder. That's what they are.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're all cannon fodder. I love you all equally. You're just all
And then dice
Meat.
will say, okay, I'll take it. And then 18.
I was having the worst day of my life ever. I don't wound up here.
Okay, that's everything, and it totals up to 367.
367.
A wonk has been applied.
Let me see if
And Kevin could hear fire, and the arrow lights up and just whoosh.
you don't have to say fire, Dink.
Fiona wants to.
You don't have
You
to
don't want
say a 3-minute long incantation to set something on fire either, but it makes you look cool.
If somebody my ability to do something, I'm gonna punt them in the head.
All right. So its health is. Let's see. It's times 2 damage, and it applied 5 of those.
Fuck.
10% of its current HP of. 15. Ah, yes. So your AP arrow hits it square in the chest, catches it on fire, pierces through, and then you see it go straight through into the back, into one of the little dark alcoves, and you see another 101 damage tick up in the darkness. And that's very concerning because that's when you can see the health bar pop up of 17,250 minus 101.
Oh no.
No.
There it is.
What did I just hit?
Ah, now it's on
Something
fire.
angry.
Something in that alcove has 17,149 health left. And you
It's
just hear
angry.
Hear
from
what?
outside the room.
We hear what? The suspense is killing me.
You hear Timblor's clapping, and then the it
Loud
ain't
anger monster noises.
loud anger monster. Timblor golf claps.
Well, being that Kevin's not in combat, he's going to equip his lance.
Kevin, you can see the 30 pop up in the darkness.
Ooh. Fair warning. Level 30.
Bunny's
Finish
turn.
this quickly then.
Ah, yes, another skill just kind of pops up over Bonnie's head, and it's literally just headbutt. That's what kills this one. Best part about headbutt is she takes damage. So she did. I love the math. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see stuff like this happen to the squishy her. All right, cool. So 66 plus 31, and then plus 530. Does she critical? That's a D100 die. Let's see. A physical attack? She do. Ah, yes. Just a 2,508, and then the little Draugr's head just kind of squishes in and it flops.
It goes squeeze.
Now she's gonna have to take that that back blast of that. So what is percent of 8? Bonnie took 50.6 damage, so she's gonna be at 6. So we don't have flare action, so 63, 20, 500. Congratulations comes from Timbalor, and they'll just slowly close the door. It's not really like they had a choice. They kind of close it because they're not going to, you know. You all get this notification. You've got a timer for 30 seconds that says floor boss initiated. Would you like to continue?
That was fast.
Yeah, it's purely by luck, and I love it.
Jesus.
I like how Fion's arrow shot it while it was sleeping.
I like how he started it off by setting it on fire.
Fion, you unfortunately don't have that notification because you are the initiator of the floor boss.
So we could totally just bail on them.
You could, because currently he can see the red skull with the little daggers behind it, or rather, it looks like the daggers are digging into its jaws, and that symbol informs you it's the boss's ire. It's basically an aggro sticker.
Yours are gonna kind of like lay down.
You are extraordinarily lucky, aren't you?
Do you remember
So is there like?
who Mima was?
Ah, yes.
Oh no, I
Don't
haven't
worry.
forgotten once over these 20 years.
He'll get an enlightening notification. Just Bonnie has accepted the floor boss.
Followed by Kevin has accepted the floor boss.
Followed by Naibai has accepted the floor boss.
Beatrice has also accepted it.
Now you get Bonnie who's kind of excited. Oh, I hope it has big chicken legs.
I hope it's got chicken legs.
Give them.
This is one of those hands that kind of creeps out of that dark alcove. You know, those pitch black little hidey holes that the creatures come out of. And the spawn closets, as they were. And it looks like it's about the size of a child. As this 8.5 foot tall skeleton steps its way through.
Whoa.
And then you can see its name and its big ass health bar. Well, it's stylized. It doesn't technically have a health bar even as half the size of Kevin's, but it sounds intimidating.
It looks bigger than it is.
It looks bigger than it is, but you see that you have encountered a Draugr Knight.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Fun.
It's covered in about half a suit of armor, and you can see it staring at you with those kind of burning blood red eyes through the armor, and it's got a single-edged curved sword as its weapon, with what looks like no shield so much as a kind of a broken, what looks like wagon wheel in its other hand.
Oh.
And it has some sort of fancy heraldry on its the kind of hanging off of its hip. Probably whatever it was in life, whoever it was assigned to. And you can hear another as it rumbles at you.
And it's looking right at Fion, isn't it?
Well, now it's actually looking at Kevin, because floor bosses are programmed to target the highest level player. And Kevin, you've heard stories about what happens, what pops up in your peripheral. You get a notification of your level currently being scaled down from what it is, a level 55.
Ooh. Oh, this is gonna suck too for him.
Yeah.
For side,
Fuck-
shot or second shot.
Fucking Kevin over here. Call the police or call the ambulance. Not for me.
Die.
That's basically the
So-
same energy I got there. All right, hold on. You guys decide. So I'll let you take a brief moment as an essential pause, and so you can sit here and talk out the order, because you can actually choose who wants to go. I need to do something real quick in the background, so just talk amongst yourselves who you want to initiate it. Bonnie might die in one hit from something this big, but she's more than enthusiastic to go at it. Just remember that.
Well, Beatrice has a
Well-
couple of abilities she can still use and potentially avoid any damage while
Oh,
inflicting additional damage as well.
I suggest you let Kevin make the first move. I'm going to go for a 4-shot burst, essentially. Just going to wog out 4 shots from the canister. Or wait, was it 4 or 6? Hold on. Yeah, 4.
I would say go for it because that could cause some dangerous things for close quarters people like Beatrice, but she could definitely take the next step.
That could definitely
Especially
cause some
considering the high
issues for
explosive.
mid-range characters like Naibai too.
I was gonna say Fiona could hit it with an armor-piercing arrow that's on fire again.
Definitely. Because I'm going to hit it with a high explosive incendiary round. Armor piercing incendiary round. So I'm just going to shoot center mass right in the chest. 4 shots.
You're gonna put a heat round in that bitch.
If I had heat rounds, I wouldn't be level 279. Walk into a boss room.
No, what you need is a bash round, my guy. Not
I could
head.
probably. I'm gonna actually
You need bed.
best. But yeah, opening up with the Welfus and open it up with explosive and then reload. So if it goes to Kevin, who wants to go third? Since technically Fiona went first.
Well, Beatrice could go next.
Hey,
Like
I think
she's got some skills she can use.
don't worry. I have noise. I have a thing for it. I bet you it would kind of growl all.
Ooh.
Pretty much. Especially with the size like that.
I'm just gonna be in the background, just.
I like how it cut out and it just went.
Just sounds like a piglin.
Okay. Are we all set?
Naibai doesn't have a thing that they're gonna do.
All right, there.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Our most difficult enemy ever would be one that just describes what's happening. Because we wouldn't be able to stop
Disappeared.
laughing enough to
I'm
deal
sorry.
with it.
I just come on. How funny was that? Just it in the background telling you it's on fire.
It's great that you're all planning how you're gonna kill me, but I'm actively on fire.
It's like, can we get this on?
You're about to
So
be on
what-
more fire.
What was your order? Who goes first?
I
Naibai's
believe it was
last.
going to be. Yeah, I believe it was going to be Kevin, followed by Beatrice, and then Naibai, and then it would cycle around to Fiona and Bonnie, whichever of them would be next. Because I think Bonnie had just used her turn to kill the other one.
Because technically Fiona started it off, so technically Fiona found the boss and started an issue.
Yeah, so basically,
I'm mostly mad that the first floor. You already found the first floor boss in your first room, but that's cool. Secretly, Timblr was leading you here all along. Nah, she wasn't. It's just it's RNG from the dice.
Dice are like,
I mean-
that was a good time.
yeah, sure,
You
why
guys, you guys just survived that. Those guys are level 6. Cool. How about 6 times that level? You got this. Woo! Only the dice believe in you.
Nobody else.
Nobody else, not even
DM does
yourself.
not believe in us.
The DM believes in only the DM, and that's very dangerous because the DM is very incompetent.
Well, Beatrice and Bonnie did a pretty good number on a level 20 something all by themselves. Fairly confident.
Oh,
She's just worried about how hard it can hit.
oh, how armor changes one's plans.
Yes.
So Kevin wants to start the burst off, or start it off with a 4-shot mag dump with high explosive, armor
You,
piercing,
partner.
and incendiary.
All right.
And the roll. The
Burba.
roll you're looking for. Let me push the fucking button. Yeah, 41. That's not spectacular.
This is not the roll that you were.
So 4-shot. Yeah, no, it's really not.
All right.
4-shot burst is, with everything calced out properly this time, 23,588.
It is 23,588. Good. 4-shot, high explosive armor and piercing incendiary.
Yes, sir.
Keeps. Beast. Okay. Wait, did you say 23,588?
Yes, and that is that's calculated for the 4 shots.
Oh boy, I didn't think anybody'd
Direct
find out
damage.
that some bosses are gonna have that. Huh? All right, well. So you watch its health go negative, which is concerning.
Huh.
Because that killed it, technically. But it does have a little icon over its head. That lets you know you have to survive 2 turns in a boss fight before you can technically kill it.
Oh.
You're not allowed to uber kill.
You're not allowed
Oh, wait.
to one stage.
Hold on, I got this. Jerry.
Ang Jerry.
Okay. Even with having negative 16,439 health from all the effects, it's still kicking.
Everybody, don't get hit!
Well, now that it's Beatrice's turn, she's slightly disappointed that it's gone into the negative, but she's going to use her ability in anyway, just to get practice at it, you know? And so what she's
Yes.
going to do is she's going to use her biting flourish, which uses her blades, to try and distract it a little bit before she goes in and does
Math.
a lot of damage.
Lots
Alright,
of,
well, first thing that I have to roll for is this.
Does it get distracted?
It does on a 4.
lots of baps.
Mostly because it's on fire! And it's also currently blinded from having been shot all over the chest.
So,
Perfect!
with that having been done, her stabbing with both knives and all that, calculated out all the damage to 499.
It's now 16,938 in the hole.
Is this thing
And
going
it
to
does not.
explode?
You don't know.
Fuck. That being said, I probably just fed the DM ideas, and I apologize for the resulting chaos. It may or may not ensue.
Beatrice gonna end up splattered with gore again.
You're
Every
Find out next
time.
time.
So who's next? Fionn? Bonnie?
Fion can go next. Well, what about Naibai?
Naiba's last.
Okay.
Ow! Ow!
Fion will knock another AP arrow, and he will send it away while it is on fire again.
Which college is it going to?
Oxford.
Oh, congratulations!
What?
Dom!
We're proud of it. Anyways,
50 plus 135. +20. This dice roll beeth a 96. Okay. Alright, so
Who's being a weeb?
total damage is 413.
nice.
For
Oh,
reference, I
yeah.
wasn't expecting to one-tap this thing.
Yeah.
You be thankful you can do that on this floor. I should have mentioned technically floor bosses can be of higher levels. That's kind of the thing. You're supposed to technically go through multiple rooms.
Huh.
Alright, it was minus 400 and what?
13.
Oh, okay, I was right. I just want to make sure. You've officially put it in the negative for more health than it normally has.
Do not piss
And
off
it's
the
now-
dungeon.
And it's now on fire even more.
Oh, great! It gets worse! To use it again.
Just
What did it say? Bane?
God.
Ah, yes, 808 sounds.
exactly. It's turn now. Kevin gets it first. Kevin gets it in the form of wagon wheel.
Rock me like a wagon.
Hey!
Do not make jokes about that. It's about to hurt a lot for Kevin. Okay, so 65 plus 8. Ooh. And then we add the scaling of that from its wagon wheel. So that should be 93. Does it crit with its wagon wheel? It do.
It do, though.
It do go down.
Times 2. Mm-hmm. Alright, Kevin, you took 532 damage right to the face. And then at level 55, 31,625. So 5% of 31,625. You will take another 1,581.
And how does my defense rate into this?
Well, what's your defense?
NDE is 837 plus the. Oh, you said. Did you say literally to the face or just blop with the wagon wheel?
Make sure I'm correct here.
Because I mean, I've also got that
32.
new chunk of
Count your
plate
total armor.
calculating.
Count your total armor, which would be your NDE plus your ATD, your DE bonus down there.
That is looking like
Blue one that
3409,
says
if I
total.
did that correctly.
That's looking like what?
So I took the total, which is the dark blue of 837, and I added it up to the Cura total, which results in 3409.
Ah, you still took 113 right to the noggin.
Oh!
Yep, it threw the wagon wheel at your head.
Bomb.
That's a fair tactic.
That was...
Well, I'm gonna die anyways. Better throw parts of my body.
Alright. Bonnie turn. Bonnie head. Here's to do a pouch.
Pounds.
She did ouch.
Chimkin pounds.
Do she do a critical for this pouch? Give me the dice. Give me the dice.
Give it. Drop it.
She do again. Why is she getting so many of these highs? Okay, dokie. Bonnie just straight up punches it in its kneecap for another 2,760 damage. And then you can see a little, just like a little notification of it getting a stack of immobilized from its knee getting punched. And then crush damage. One thing of crush damage. So 5% of its
So how
current
many stacks of
HP.
immobilized does this make now? Is that 2?
It doesn't stack because it only it's redundant for it to stack. It just can be reapplied for
Okay,
up
so
to
it
3
just
turns.
continues. It extends it.
E plus 867. All right, so it's now down to negative 20,978. Turn 2. It dies.
It dies.
Yeah.
Click. Thump.
Oh, hold on. Let me be melodramatic about it.
Can't hear that.
Can't hear it.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix that. I bet you I know how to fix that.
Turns up volume, screams louder.
There you go.
That was a bit better, yeah.
I have contracted die. Ooh,
Then
echo.
I need to read for Nick. Hold on.
Yes.
I made that just for you guys. I don't know how much it sounds like because it's really hard to do that. To do that without any idea how the levels work. I just kind of try to make the thingy voice. Anyways, all right.
Just make the singy voice, that's all you gotta do.
Shut it! I'm not a math. I'm smart.
Ah,
I'm not smart. All right, so
I am not
Shut
a very
up.
smart man.
I might be many things, but if you ever call me smart again, and I'll fucking kill you. All right, so 15,000. So percent of 1,000 is. All right, so you get. What a weird number.
What?
You get 6. Sorry,
Is it
my
69?
brain is like.
Am I gonna have to say nice a bunch
No,
of times?
no. You just get. It's 16,500 XP to everybody, thanks to the double XP potions and the rings.
so just making sure I hear that.
16,000 what?
Yes, to you too. 16,500.
Woo!
14,161.
Wow, okay.
Don't forget to add an additional 10%.
I think he calculated that already.
I did. Thank you. 30,660.
This is good.
Theon can
30.
level up to level 5 now.
Yeah!
Still doesn't. Wait, do you have access to the booze now?
To the low shelf booze.
Yay! It's mostly water. Hey!
Ah, yes, the door will slowly open, and then Timblor just, congratulations. You lucked into getting the boss on the first room. I'm happy for you.
Is that common?
No,
She
That was
doesn't sound
convenient but
happy.
strange.
it's weird, but congratulations. I mean, I've been in here enough that I get the first boss every, like, 13 or 14 times I come in here. I've always only gotten the first boss on the floors where things start to tickle me. 45 level 80 enemies attacking me at once is still kind of painful.
Yeah, imagine it would get that way.
What level was the boss, by the way?
30.
Ooh, not bad.
I don't know, I didn't get a chance to attack anything.
But you still got experience.
I did.
You could totally be a... Well, that's how party systems work, so the support players can also survive. Not everyone has to punch things, but it feels really good to punch things.
It does feel
really
really
does.
good to punch things.
It'd feel really good to punch you.
Maybe in like a massaging kind of way later.
Yes. Internal massage or external massage?
Internal sounds nice. I've never had an internal massage before.
Beatrice
Kevin
is
has
just going to be over in the
response.
corner snickering a little bit. All right, so the out of combat regen, I forget what the time period on those numbers was. Was that like every 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, but the alcove the boss had come out of will eventually light up, and you'll see another set of stairs.
Oh, what a ripoff. No loot.
No.
I was just about to ask, should we look for anything?
Don't bother. You go down the stairs to collect your loot, and then you enter into the next floor. What kind of
that's
idiot
cool.
would put the loot directly in the boss room where it could be damaged?
That makes a lot of sense,
That is a good point.
especially with the way that some people fight. Like my
I
mom.
feel called out, and I don't agree with it. Oh, okay.
She likes fire. She likes fire a lot.
I do too.
My father prefers to crush things with his hands. He's the one who taught me how to use omelet. He said he learned it when he was young.
Hmm.
I have a feeling that omelet means something different in Roman.
Well, I didn't involve breaking some egg. Anyway, are the stairs okay to go down, or are they dangerous?
No, you're fine. You cleared the boss room. The traps won't go off.
Oh, okay, that's very convenient. I like this part. So she's going to stow her daggers for the moment.
Fionn!
Yes.
You've been awarded a skill.
Oh?
Yes, it's called Drill Shot. It allows you to fire an arrow that will pierce through up to 2 enemies.
Dude.
So, like, it'll go through one enemy and hit another, or will it go through 2 enemies and land in a third?
It will go through... That would... Okay, I'm just gonna say, that was the same fucking question twice.
No.
Listen to this. It'll go through 2 enemies and then hit another, or will go through 2 enemies twice.
No, will it go through one enemy and land in another, or will it go through 2 enemies and land in a third?
You definitely said 2 enemies the first time.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
He's happy he got a skill.
Never mind, it
So-
doesn't matter.
It can go. Okay, first off, it will go through 2 enemies. Fuck, fine. I'll throw in parentheses here. Or through one exceptionally large enemy twice.
Goes through one enemy twice. Fuck you in particular.
It just goes through and then turns around and comes back.
the boomerang
You'll be
book
happy
it.
to know, while it is going to consume 6% of your stamina to you, or actually, technically, because it's 6% of your stamina, parentheses, or 3% of stamina and 3% of mana if using as hybrid skill, parentheses, i.e. with magic, close parentheses. Deals 750 damage, plus an additional, and bear with me, this is a big number, 8 damage.
Because
For
dragging
every-
fucking through an open wound hurts.
For every 12 dexterity the player has. Are you typing this down?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's why I'm going slow and pausing.
He is grade A good boy.
Up to a maximum of 1,100 additional damage.
Additional. Okay.
I do
Yes.
have one question about my
I
biting
have-
flourish when you're done.
Okay. That is pretty much it. Oh, I guess you could put like at the end in parentheses to remember. Will repeat this damage if passing through one enemy twice. You know, in case you like encounter like a giant quadrupedal thing, because you know the world's weird.
Somebody happens to damage a gelatinous cube. It splits into 2. Technically the same enemy for a split second. If you fire at the right time, double damage! Double damage?
I'm going to enlighten you to how fucking terrifying slimes are in this world.
Very.
Trust me, there's a reason I didn't start you off fighting slimes.
There's a reason we didn't start off fighting rats.
Not the right
It's really
style.
hard to hit.
Fucking Skaven. Ah! It had a crossbow! Ah!
What? The crossbow has a rope on it. Oh.
Ah!
Man-thing.
Rattling gun. I love how in Vermintide 2, the rattling gunner will laugh in sync with the firing. It is hilarious when it just walks out and just as it's cranking the rattling gun.
I love how
It's just-
unhinged they are.
It's just so fucking stupid.
The Skaven are just the perfect amount of unhinged.
Dion is before we leave off. Dion is going to use 20,000 of his XP to level up to level 5.
Congratulations, your XP bar's empty. Well, except for what you didn't need to level up, obviously.
Nope, the
Increase
rest of
your
it goes
stats.
in.
You have the level sheet. Shut up. Yes. What is your question about biting flourish?
Okay, so I was comparing it to my other skills, namely lacerate and the one you described for him, which has a similar scaling thing, except this one's base damage is just 120 as opposed to the like 750 of the lacerate and
Oh, fuck, that's right. Oh, great. You just created work for me. I remembered something I forgot to do.
Uh-oh.
Increase the base damage values of the starting class's abilities to more. All right. Change that from that 120 to 580.
Okay,
And what's its maximum additional damage?
600.
Change that from 600 to 1375.
Okay.
I hope to God none of you think that you have to use the upgraded versions and only the upgraded versions, or you'll never be able to murder a boss solo.
Yeah, I had wondered if you kept the old ones. I thought that you said that we didn't keep the old version, but I had
No,
also
what I
thought that
said is it will upgrade your skill. I never said it would get rid of it. It will just replace it.
Kevin doesn't technically use upgraded skills. He just pulls a trigger. He needs to learn skills.
Oh, yeah, because you never sat down and told me some skill types you'd want, so I didn't know what to give you.
I just have
I didn't
the
even know that was a
basic skills
possibility.
from the class. I haven't actually sat down and like figured out unique skills for this weird hybrid thing I'm doing.
Except now you do have one. All right, so bear with me. You have a skill now. Are you ready to write this down?
Me or them?
You.
Alright.
It's going to be called Skipping Stone.
Your enemy has testicles. Any thrown rock that bounces off the ground
Shut
tries
up.
to hit them in the balls.
Alright. Skipping stone.
So
When you hold on, you wait.
Okay.
Sit there for a second. Obviously, this is going to be used with your sling, so you can put in parentheses require sling because this is unique to you as Naibai. Or just the slings. This will allow you to, and what it is simple. You can. Okay, so what's the action when you do you loose a stone when you use a sling?
Yeah.
I
It's
think
considered
so.
loosing, right?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure.
It's like
Alright.
throwing a ball. Loose it from the sling.
When you loose a stone from your sling, it can bounce and strike up to 3 times, each time dealing 230 damage. I'm waiting to get that typed down, and then
When you loose a stone, it may bounce and strike up to 3 times, 230 damage per.
yes.
That's very generous.
Well, yes, but that thing had 17,000 health.
Still,
You're all gonna hurt each other a bunch when you get into a fight with like another pseudo adventurer type. So having damaging skills, I wanted you to have at least a chance. All right, you will deal an additional another big number coming in here. You ready? 4. One of these days it's actually gonna be like a fucking 5-digit number though. Just watch. An additional 4 damage for every 8 dexterity you have. These numbers are completely random, says the phone random generator. Up to a maximum of 330 additional damage each skip. I know you could be creative with something like that. Oh god, something testicles though. Seriously, that's got my You've got my head on the thought of all 3 of those bouncing and just left nut, right nut, left nut.
Oh, so it doesn't have to go in a straight line.
I never
Yeah.
said it did.
Alright,
it's gonna be left. It's gonna be left, right, and then graze the tip.
No, left, right, and then right up the ass.
That's what I was thinking. Left, right, happy trail. Well,
That's why
taint
you-
there. Taint supposed to be there. I'm funny.
That's why you need to gather up some sharp lava rock or obsidian.
Ooh, I'm just throwing these skills out here as a reward, and because the world will randomly sometimes give you skills, i.e., me, and also when you think of skills, we'll kind of flesh that out. What's a skill that's appropriate for Kevin? Ooh, I have an idea. Ah, yes. Mm. Probably a bad idea to give Kevin a skill like that, Brain, but I kind of want to.
Go on. And we use it only for good.
Ooh, I don't know.
Only for good, they say.
Hey, Sion, don't forget.
Here, hold this.
You can dodge a cannon. You can dodge a ball.
Oh, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Listen to your feelings. You know it.
All right, fine. Here's you a skill. You ready?
Yeah.
Pulls
All
out.
right. We're gonna call this Slam Fire.
Oh, fuck me, yes.
It's a close range skill, just so you know. If you want to put that somewhere, you can. Slam Fire will allow you to thrust with your lance into an enemy, dealing. These are actually going to be big numbers because you're fucking high level. Just yes, flex noise. Dealing 2,385 damage.
2,380.
Plus an additional 45 for every 20 dexterity you have, and an additional 40 for every 25 strength you have.
Okay, I can dig it. I need to add an extra 0 to that number.
Up to a maximum of 9,085 additional damage.
9,085.
Now, this is important to note. In parentheses here, or at the end of that, Slamfire will additionally immediately fire a point-blank round of whatever ammunition is loaded into the cannon.
So are you saying just to make sure I understand that, it's a single shot of point blank wog.
No. It's a slamming thrust into them that triggers you to fire that shell that will then do all of its additional damage.
So what you're saying is he needs to get some grape shot.
Actually, in this
Basically,
case, if you really
stab, boom.
yeah, basically, like Ivy said, stab, boom.
Mhm.
So don't do this with high explosive or AoE shells.
No.
Yeah, you're still gonna take blowback damage because of the nature of the beast, but it's gonna hurt whatever's in front a lot more because you just soften it up with up to 11,000 additional damage. Then it'll take, bleeding damage and crushing damage and whatever else damage and the damage from all your attacks.
So
Your attack
we'll fire
back
one
up.
shot on contact with point blank target for, was that the additional 11,000?
No. Okay.
Trying to make
If
sure.
you do the math here, the damage of that just slam fire initially can do up to 11,000. This is just you could do up to that theoretically if you do the math there. A little bit over technically, but no. Once you do it, it will immediately fire the round without you having to do anything extra. You couldn't do that normally. You would have to make that attack and then fire normally. But if you use the skill, it's a singular attack. That's both stabbing something and then shooting it immediately after. For free. So you wouldn't even have to waste the turn firing and reloading, because you'll already be reloading after using the skill, because it just fired for you. Does that make sense?
Get you. Ow. It's a very literal slam fire.
It's a very literal slam fire.
And on that note, just gonna rehash, make sure it makes sense. It does a base of the 230 and 80. 230,080 with an additional 25 per dexterity
All right. The fuck did you get 230,000?
I'm pretty sure that's what you said, unless I screwed it up.
You very much screwed that up.
Okay, what was the number again?
2,385.
This is what I asked.
I like how there was just another zero. Actually, there was like 3 zeros in there. I don't remember giving you. Stop taking my zeros. Those are rare.
See, that's why I ask questions.
All right.
So that's 2,385. Additional 25 more on top of that per dex. An additional 40 per.
No.
So I'm asking.
I even spoke slow.
My brain
right.
does not work well. You'll find this out.
2,385. Put that there. That's the first damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 45 for every 20 dex.
See, this Lucy is a hell of a drug.
And plus 40 for every 25 strength.
Okay.
Math now, friend?
Additional, that works. So,
Up to a maximum of 9,085 additional damage.
okay, I got that one right. Max.
I've got so many numbers jumbling around in my head, shit will probably start mixing up if I have to repeat that. So you might get a lower value next time, so hopefully you got all that.
Yes,
I'd have
and
it
thank
out
you,
and
Ivy.
put it in the Discord.
Many
Ivy did math. Ivy do heckin' math, because dang it, Dorg heckin' learn.
He just because he was in a library doesn't mean he's a smirk.
He hasn't been a smirt for 20 years.
And he never will, damn it!
He's been a functional, though. That's all that matters.
I mean, he's missing half a brain.
Rude.
How dare.
How rude. Alright. And remember, Slam Fire will trigger whatever round you have loaded into the chamber. So you could think ahead and basically just stab, kaboom, fire. Or stab, kaboom, kaboom, boom, stab. Because, you can have like a thin, stabilized, armor-piercing, explosive, sabo, self-disposing, sabo, thin, stabilized, sabo. Or some stupid shit.
Just do the Monster Hunter gun lance thing.
I'm loading this thing up with obsidian shards.
Look, we'll put the creature to sleep, and then we'll bring some huge 55-gallon barrels of black powder over.
Those wouldn't explode that violently comparatively to like high explosives, but
It's still
when
55 gallons.
Shrapnel, when it's
When you
explosive
have-
and wood shrapnel, it would be lethal.
When you have 12 barrels of explosives, it would go violently regardless.
But if you had that
Everybody,
C3.
everyone put your mega bomb and your 2 big bombs.
and the power bomb from Star Fox,
The super bomb from Metroid.
2-barrel roll.
that's an aileron roll.
Don't ruin the fucking joke or I'll kill you.
Kiss my ass. It's an aileron roll.
Fine, do
Cool.
a corkscrew roll.
And Glycol just, I will fuck you.
No, you see, it's more insulting and upsetting when he says, "I will not fuck you."
Glycol is now daddy. What happened to this world?
What happened to the timid mage that we found?
Ah, yes. It's called He Grew Up, and he went to a college, and he met his future wife there, and their relationship started with him randomly technically committing what is known as rape.
Yeah, I'd see it. We were all so open about it. I can see how they got him his communication about
Well,
consent.
they're also half orc, and they were teasing him. He said, "Don't tease me."
She who shall not be
Oh, man.
named.
Small human, sex like beast. Shut up.
So- Kevin is probably reacting to the whole Erie dilemma. I call it the Erie dilemma. Just not probably because not because she can just poof in here, but he doesn't know that.
Somewhere boom, 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 beyond the sea. The hell are we? It's called a cruise ship, darling. Shut up.
Somewhere eerie. I feel like people are talking about me. People are always talking about you, dear.
Everyone's always talking. Sorry not to talk about beauty.
Also, somewhere, fucking leader of the Roman state. So you're saying our spy is on another planet?
How did they get there exactly? Well, we don't know, but we think we know.
You see, they went this direction, and then we have no idea what happened.
Well, they went somewhere that way. Thank you. Well listen now before you kill me, they could have continued going straight. Not around the curvature of the earth, just straight off into space to where they are now.
Just take off at a tangential line. I must go. My people need me. Burr, 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 burr.
Listen,
Climbs onto their
Because-
scoop board and a fucking hatch folds over it. It turns into a spaceship.
listen. For over 20 years, or for what has been 20 years, Wolfbase still hasn't told the Emperor anything other than that they just died. Well, technically, he told him they just left. They went that way, and he won't clarify what that way is.
Good man.
And he's trying to threaten him with death, but like he cares. He's a scientist. Oh no, death! I'll just exist as energy.
Oh no, death. I'll just examine it.
See. The man who built Mons, like he's scared of your bitch ass. You want to know what it's like to watch someone the size of Mons go through puberty in the matter of 2 weeks?
I would imagine that's terrifying.
The party meets up with fucking Akane in this world, and Mons comes up as a topic. Oh yeah, they were a prototype. Excuse me. Yeah, there's much scarier shit. You guys are lucky you left when you did.
Technically, there's no other things other than Mons. Wolfbase took the secrets to the grave.
Yeah, but that's not what Akane is gonna say. Akane is gonna make them think they got away, like, just in the nick of time, because they're that kind of asshole. Why do you think I wanted to leave?
Because bussy. Ah, yes, Glycol, hello. What is bussy? Don't worry about it. Glycol knows the term bussy. Glycol sometimes gets like, well, as he's dreaming, his magic kind of kicks up, and he's like basically picks up signals from all across the universe, and he wakes up with little tidbits of knowledge that are completely irrelevant to everything he's doing. But by God, is the Andy Griffith theme not fucking stuck in his head?
I wonder how universal the term pog is.
I already rolled dice for it. He knows what the fuck pog is, and he despises it as a word.
Poggers.
Banned on Twitch.
Pog.
I could just see
What was
a
that,
shot
Michael?
of
Nothing.
Pog.
Just kill me.
This burger is pog. It's what?
I
It's
would
good.
be like, I feel like I need to slap somebody.
So,
Shut
skill
up, Shadow.
question, just to make sure I'm not a dumb.
I mean, we're always
Yes.
dumb, but continue.
So,
True.
the max additional damage. Okay, so
All right.
the
Now,
skill
okay.
by base
You all-
adds. So the skill by
That
base
you-
adds 2385.
Yes.
Add on the Dex and Strength bonus, which I've both calculated out. Dex to be 10305 and 662 for Strength. Does that mean it caps at 9085, or is that the maximum amount of damage that can be added on to the shot?
Okay. How that works is that if you can, with your skills, you can reach the additional damage. It will go from that 2385 up to that plus the additional damage max for that usage of that skill.
That's not jiving with my brain. I'm trying.
The maximum does not include the base.
I'm sorry, that is not helping. I'm not trying to be difficult. Oh wait. No, not that. This.
It's basically that's the maximum. The additional damage based on your strength and dexterity can reach. It's not affected by other stuff. It's just the maximum of the 45 per 20 and 40 per 25.
So, okay. Remember, skills are still technically attacks, but they will throw bonus damage onto whatever your attack is.
So if I slam fire with a if I slam fire with a HEAPI, that means I add on an additional. In this case, if I'm understanding it properly, I just add the 9085 on top of that, and that's my damage bonus.
No, okay. The 2385.
Yes.
If you meet the additional maximum with scaling from your skills, it doesn't go from that to 9085. It's 2385 plus the 9085 for the skills damage.
Oh, okay. And so that would be to shot, which is just going to be so I would add that on top of my, in this case, 58, 56.
From your HEAPI shot?
Yes, right here. I don't know if you're looking at it.
Okay, let me look. Oh, fuck my back. Shit. Ah.
I am sorry.
I'm too tall. Why are you streaming? You can shut the thing down. It is. Did you shut off the recording?
Are we done for the night?
Yes, we are done for the night. I'm assuming we're done for the night.
Well, we never got our
Unless you
loot,
wanna
but I
keep
guess we
going.
can find out next session.
Oh, Mike. I'm sorry.
That's
It
fine.
looks
We'll
like
just
it's
leave the audience on a cliffhanger.